PlayStation Network or EA Networks offline, but it's probably just as well that I play an AI. Because if I play an AI, that will eliminate my changing my strategy to play some crazy human player that does unpredictable things. So we'll play all Madden. And that way, it'll be a more honest view of what I do normally. So, I always play the Vikings. I never play anything but online head-to-head. I mean, I play leagues once in a while, but leagues are inconsistent. I don't play MUT just because it just seems like that's all about trading cards and buying cards and spending a gazillion dollars on getting players. I'd play MUT if you could just draft your favorite historical players, but you can't. You have to sit there and do this trading card game for hundreds of hours to even put together a halfway decent team, or you just lose again and again. You can never even win a single game in MUT unless you do that. Alright, I don't know if there's going to be announcers in the background, but hopefully, because even though I can't hear the announcers, when I watch it on my stream, they're usually there.
Kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
So I learned one single formation and I tried to master it. This strong close is the one that gave me the most variety of plays. Inside-outside runs, inside-outside passes, right mix of audibles. And I like this play because I can put Thielen on this special route he has, and I can look between the numbers, which is easier for me. I don't do well with passes outside the numbers. And this is easy.
Now,
in that case, he ran a cover one, and that's nuts because in real Madden, no one ever runs a cover one like that. But I could stick with this formation throughout the entire first drive with no problem. I don't notice what I hit there, but I'm going to audible Thielen inside. But they left Rudy open, so that made that easy. Now the best player on the team is Cook, so I mean, if people can't stop or run, you certainly can get a lot of mileage out of Cook.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He's got a first down and more inside the 30, and down to the 27-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Able to get 7 on that.
Normally here I think I should audible, but I don't have a really good audible play. Well, I could go to the tight end here. Rudy should be open, although they just backed off.
Throwing his Cousins, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the
Yeah, it's a lot easier than playing a human. The human would stop me.
Oh, he's slinging it.
But
oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Even though this is all Madden, it's just pretty predictable. Like, there's no surprises about where a guy is playing defensively. And a guy isn't, figuring me out.
Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game.
Now there, I don't know what I could have done. When I run, I don't spin a lot. I use a truck move, but I never stiff arm, I never spin, just because I haven't trained myself to, which is a shame, given that I've got Dalvin Cook. You would think I would focus on training and getting that. I'm running just because I am terrible in the red zone, and I throw a lot of interceptions in the red zone.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will have
That's pretty good for Dalvin.
He's brought down at the 3.
Now here, normally I might try to use an I formation and try to lead the opponent into thinking that an I formation always means I'm going to take it up the middle. Because you do this a couple times and you pound it up the middle with an I, and he's not ready for an outside sweep. And Dalvin's so fast, he does really well on an outside sweep. But we'll do that here, even though this isn't a human, and he's not going to be fooled that way. I'll still run out of an I. Now this is bad. I'm going to flip, and his defender does go down to cover him. So he's got an extra defender. He should easily tackle my guy if I run to the right, which is the problem. That I got lucky because I moved inside when I saw that other guy beat his blocker. I moved inside before that end guy became relevant. Otherwise, that end guy would have clearly tackled me.
The drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone. And I love your last point.
And I'm not that good at reading defense, which certainly doesn't help. I never motion anyone to try to figure out the defense. It would probably help a great deal if I knew they were man or zone, because I understand when to pass against man-to-man and when to pass against zone in terms of passing between the zones or passing right after the cut on a man-to-man.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it
Normally not that good on kicks.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20.
Playing head-to-head, I usually will adjust my defense, and I'll try to get an interception by playing the ball. I will, if I'm playing against Mahomes or something, I'll make sure I bias toward the QB on the option. Otherwise, I keep it pretty easy. I usually look for suggestions. And I try to, a cover 2 man is good when you don't know who you're playing against. You don't know how he plays. It's a pretty safe, defense when you're trying to figure out who the guy is and what his tendencies are. So much in head-to-head is, you just try to play it safe until you know what the tendencies are of the guy, because almost everybody who plays just online head-to-head has a style. They have their trick plays. They have their plays they like to go for that they've learned, and you got to figure that out and then figure out how to stop it. And then a lot of guys, they don't know how to play anything other than their own style. They've got one style of play. It's the only thing they've learned, and they can't adjust. A guy who can adjust, those are good games, because every time you figure him out, he changes on you.
Throwing on second down. Rodgers, they'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first down.
I'll never run commit, usually.
More people there to get him down.
Because whenever I run commit, my defensive backs get beat for a touchdown. I don't know how to run commit just the linebackers and tell the safeties to still play over the top.
Was on them, and boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
So there I've pass committed since he's got no backs in the backfield, and I'm running with my. Oh, that he beat me. I was easy to pass commit because he had no backers, and then I took my inside lineman and dropped back, which is not a great inside linebacker to do that. The one guy I've got on this team that's super fast is Hunter. Hunter can run as fast as a cornerback, so he's unbelievable to just take off the line and drop back with. Even though he's the best pass rusher, it's like he can make it halfway across the field as quick as any safety. So he's pretty amazing from that front. Now here they're rushing from the left. Hunter's supposed to cover, so I'm going to drop Hunter back, and I'm going to get this guy who, well, I thought he was doing a jet sweep there, so I was off covering that, but he did a good job. 3rd and 9. Against the AI, you don't have to play as crazy. Number 3 Sky looks good. And I'm going to drop Hunter. I'm going to commit to the pass.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
And even though there, that committing to the pass did fine, that guy somehow found a soft part of the zone. Now I'm in the red zone. I need to take a few more risks. I normally might turn on, you know, increased strip ball or increased hitting. I don't understand how to use these zone drops. I've seen people use them, but I don't know how. I typically don't turn on the strip ball unless I'm really desperate, because they just get too many face mask penalties if you do that.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime,
pass commit here.
Will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches. 2-minute drill.
Well, the same exact play, pass commit.
The intended receiver, but it'll be second and goal.
Since Hunter's rushing, I'm going to come off the other side here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers, and he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Danielle Hunter.
I don't know how Hunter made it in from the other side. It's almost like he crossed over before he rushed.
But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Yeah, he came over as opposed to rushing straight on. He crossed over. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do in that pattern. Well, he hasn't been responding too well to the heat, so let's keep the heat coming. Pass commit.
Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
So now he'll kick the field goal since he's the AI. I don't try to block because I don't know how to block. I never block the pass, and you know the irony is that when you're not playing AIs, guys will go for a fake, if you can believe that. So I always try to drop a guy back because too many people go for fakes. Even though it makes no sense in the real game today, guys still do it in Madden all the time.
What winds up to be an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook?
I'm not good at running back the ball. I mean, I'll get it back to the 25, but probably only about 40% of the time.
The Vikings taking the field here for their.
They say you're not supposed to jet and sprint from the moment you catch the ball, but if I don't, I'm only going to get to the 15 or 20. So I don't really know what I'm doing with kick returns. Now there's some other formations I've got some secondary formations I've mastered. I do run the eye. I also run this gun. This one of my favorite plays is Vikes Diggs. I take this out receiver and bring him in, and then I got quite a few options, and it spaces out the middle. So if I want to like audible up the middle here, he's pretty wide open. Like I'm going to audible up the middle because there's nobody there except that guy. But and for whatever reason, even though you should be able to control Cook and say go up the middle, he doesn't. He swings out way wide before he goes up the middle. Like if I run the inside zone directly, but now he's not running that same defense. It's a problem.
On second down, Cook.
But there was enough space in the middle there by that formation that they really opened it up, which a lot of guys will do, you know. It's not a bad formation to run Cook out of because they space out so much looking for the outside guys. I don't know what I ran there. I can either go to Jefferson. I'm going to go to Jefferson.
He can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That wasn't what I intended to call, but that was a play action wide receiver in. So on Vikes dig, I'll run, but look at that. So I'm going to try this inside zone again. See, and I can't get Cook to cut up quick enough. Maybe the way to do that is I take control of Cook before I snap the quarterback. I've never done that, ever. I always play the quarterback. But I wonder if that would work. If I played Cook.
So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. There you have it. Halftime quickly.
I've never done this before, ever. Oh, it's a halftime. Okay, I didn't know it was halftime, or I would have. Normally I'm pretty good at clock management, but I was thinking that was the end of the first quarter. I wasn't paying attention. Otherwise I would have been passing. I would have been trying to put some more points on the board.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
So again, on defense, I don't know, against the AI, blitzing doesn't hurt you that much.
To be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing.
And I know normally most guys play outside linebacker. Most players like to play middle linebacker when they control the defense. I don't. I like to play a lineman because I suck at defense. So I'll play an inside lineman where I think I can do the least amount of damage. Or I'll play an outside linebacker if I want to drop. Like here, if I want to drop a Denigbo, I'll just play him. And I can use him outside.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into
I'm
the
going to use a pass here.
Get him down, but his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
He had a guy open. That guy that I was covering with the Denigbo, I don't know who was supposed to cover him, but nobody was covering him. If I wouldn't have used her back, he would have scored there. I normally would never call a cover one, but against an AI, I think I'm okay.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47.
The tackle made.
He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion,
here I think I'll rush. I won't
so
call
they're
him
behind
anything.
schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. A gain there of 21 yards.
Corner blitz, and I'm gonna, when I corner blitz, I like to drop with my other end.
They go back to the ground with Jones.
And Hunter's so quick, he was behind there if he needed to. All right, so now they're blitzing. And now I'm going to pass commit, and I'm going to drop a Denigbo.
From the gun, Rodgers throwing the outlet.
I don't know how guys do that. There's some button this year where you press the button and the guy makes a really safe case and he lies down. But I don't know what button it is. But some guys, when they first came out with this year, everybody was doing that. They'd all do the lay down catch, and they were guaranteed to catch the ball as long as they were willing to lay down. It made no sense. I still haven't figured out how they do it. I think he's running. I'm going to kind of collapse. Even though I'm blitzing, it's bad.
think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage. Knew where the pressure was.
That's going to cost me because I had Hitman Harry blitz on that, and I should have changed the play once I squeezed the line.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting
now,
run so much
with 5 minutes left exactly, I'm going to take the ball and
you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster.
I'm going to burn the rest of the clock.
Take a shot if you want to, and he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it
normally I wouldn't take it out of the end zone, but to burn the clock I will.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And I didn't really care about not getting back to the 25 there because my goal is to burn the rest of this clock. So in those cases, I'm really only trying to get to the 10 or 15 because I need to be able to chew the whole clock. So I'm going to go chew clock, and I'll run it up the middle, and I should be able to chew the rest of the clock.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook.
Usually like to make more than that on the first play, but that's okay. We'll end the 3rd quarter here.
Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, so a 5-minute quarter. The question is, if we're burning the clock, it's risky to pass, but since we're playing the AI, we'll call our favorite pass in the game.
2nd and 9. Cousins.
Oh, and I don't know why I passed it that early. That's the one thing. Even when I see I'm beat and it's 1st down and I should be able to take the sack, I still force balls in there. Because these AIs, they're like miracle workers. They can like move in ungodly ways. Okay, so I'm going to have to start hitting aggressive. I'm going to have to strip the ball. I just have to start getting this ball back because now I got a lot of work to do. The problem is against the AI defender, he's not going to make as big of mistakes either.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers
so now it's going to be hard to stop him and hard to get the ball back. Human defender, you might have a little more luck. He's going to run. I'm going to run commit. I'm going to run commit because, one, if he scores, I want him to score sooner rather than later to give me some time. But also there's that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
If I hold him to a field goal, I mean, I actually have a chance of, so much for holding him to a field goal. Now I got work to do. I got to move down the field fast. All because of a darn pass, and I chewing the clock and needing to pass. It's like they're totally incompatible. I could have gone to switching to conservative passing. Not that it would have helped in that case where I threw the ball right to the other guy.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And I don't really have a lot of deep passing plays. I just
on the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
I only have one real deep passing play.
Across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to
just one. I mean, a lot of guys, that's all they do is they try to master these really deep plays with whoever, but I only play the Vikings playbook, which if they ever play the change the playbook, I'll go to one of the standard playbooks. But my only deep passing play that I've even figured out is this one, and I'll throw that tight end on a go, and then I'll throw this out on an out, and hopefully, and I don't know why I've got Sharp out there, Where's Jefferson? How come Jefferson's not in the game? I don't know where Jefferson is. Is he injured? See, and if that was Jefferson, he would have got it. I'm gonna look at my roster. Where's Jefferson? Doesn't make any sense. What the heck? That makes no sense. I don't play this mode this often. Because that should have been Jefferson, who would have caught that ball. So I'm going to run that same play again, because I'm playing AI and he won't be ready for it. Now I've got Jefferson on that route. Jefferson should do a better job with that.
Play action now, Cousins. It's knocked away and incomplete.
See, I'm really screwed.
Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play.
I really don't have a lot of deep plays. I mean, Abdullah will catch this if I'm lucky.
On third down, Cousins.
And I've got to go for it on fourth down.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards.
Oh, shoot. What did I do? Well, now I got to call a timeout because I accidentally was hitting the O to try to speed it up, and O triggers that, and you can't. My knowledge is there's no way to audible out of whatever that is, that spike ball. Once you're in it, you're screwed. You can't audible out of it. So if you don't have a timeout, you're screwed.
So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
I got to get going because I'm running out of time. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to call that play. I got an interception on. I'm just going to run hurry up here because I'm out of time.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart.
I'll run the same play again and again because it's the play I know. You know, I know that play better than any.
Here the entire second half.
Again, I threw it right at Rudy even though he wasn't open. So I just didn't know how to do anything with it. Well, I practice this play a lot. And I can audible Thielen on that route. And normally Jefferson I'd cross, but here I might try to just put it up in the end zone. But I just, nobody was open. There's nothing I could do there.
Push him back to the 34. Zadarius Smith in there to take him down.
So I might as well go back to old reliable here.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I don't have a lot of deep plays, you know. Well, I might as well go for it here. I'm going to go for everything and run that. See if the boys can get it this time.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Play fake. Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
I got to get an onside kick.
Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 39 yards.
2 points not going to help, so I'm going to go for the
now
one.
a one-score game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it's certainly.
And now for the impossible.
But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown.
You just can't get an onside kick nowadays.
You're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope when they have a.
And they should just run out the clock on me. I don't know how the AI will act. I'm going to play my receivers up. They're going to run it, so I'll run commit.
They'll run on first down.
I'll use my timeout.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's able to get this one down to about the 4.
I'd have one more timeout if I hadn't accidentally rushed to the line for that spike. I mean, I don't know how much time was. It was 4th down, I think. I don't remember. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to worry about that. Shoot. Shoot. Game over.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Rodgers finding Adams.
Game over because I can't stop the clock.
There and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
That's it. Game over.